I go on Twitter and I see this. This is SR Alexis, 2 times world champ for Shopify Rebels, blah blah blah. Basically, a girl who's a pro, and I don't even know who that is. Just saw the post. I kind of looked into who that is. The girl who's a pro, she plays on the best team in the girls tournament, or as they call them, marginalized tournament nowadays. It's not like she's a pro, but she doesn't. It's not like she plays in the regular league. It's called the Game Changers. Yeah, you're right. It's called the Game Changers, which like the more like it's what they in Overwatch. It's calling all heroes. I believe it's the same equivalent. I was going to DM you to kindly ask if you could please change the title from Girl Pros, but then you change it to this epic. So this is the video. This is from Grim. Grim is basically a streamer YouTuber on Valorant. He plays Sage. Sage is like a very feminine character. She puts walls. She's kind of like in May in a sense, a little bit. She has these walls and stuff. So Grim is a streamer, YouTuber. I don't really watch him. I've seen some of his videos. Whatever. He just plays Sage. Does this problem. So he made a video like this. Girl Pro can believe my walls. Now I ask a genuine question for everyone. Do you see a problem with this title and this thumbnail? In any way, shape, or form? Genuine question. You can just call her a pro. You could call a lot of things, but when you make a YouTube video, you want people to click. You know, it's like quick clickbait. Boy pro. You could say boy pro, yeah. I mean, if you would say boy pro, you know what? That's a good question. If it was a boy pro can't believe my walls and it would be a guy here, would you have a problem with that? Yes, I think most people wouldn't. It just needless words? Yeah, you would say when you make videos, you say a lot of needless words because you want people to click on it. Girl pro can't believe my walls. So if you look at it, it's like, oh, them a girl pro. I usually watch pros and they're dudes. What do you mean? Girl pro? Let me see that. And he put like a picture of like a reaction, whatever. It's like the most, like it's a very normal YouTube video. He has like I think, let me go to his YouTube channel for a second. Tens hates my, he does the same thing. It's the same thing. You see, like he does the same thing. Rank 1 is bad now. Got him doing the same thing. Also saying girl pro implies the default for pro is men. Well, isn't that the case? Isn't that the case though? It is. Girl, I mean, most pros are men. So, yeah, I mean, it's true. So, would you say it would be abnormal? Like, if most pros are men, would it not be unique, interesting, or not normal in a sense that it's not normal in the sense that it's interesting if there would be a girl pro? Of course it would be. I would not click on any of these videos yet, but you probably don't care about Valorant. I feel like this is intentionally obtuse. Aren't all YouTube videos are like that though? They want to make you click. Yeah. So either way, let's move on. So I was going to DM you to kindly first of all, I don't see a problem. I don't see why would anyone ask to change the title or anything like that. But since it's her on the thumbnail, I would say, okay, it's me on the thumbnail. So, you know, I understand, kind of. And then, but like, if I was going to DM you, why did you make a tweet about it? It's like, man, fucking Ooga Booga. I meant to call you and tell you about a problem that I had with you, but I went to the news and just called you a dickhead. You know? Instead of like me calling Ooga Booga on the phone and say, yeah, I have a problem with this, I just went to the news and called him a dickhead. But now he changed the title to this. Girls pros aren't good. Now, I'll be fair. I would understand why girl pros would have a problem with this thumbnail. However, However, let's be real for a second. It's kind of an interesting video to click on. Let's not kid ourselves here, right? It's like if you want to have somebody click your videos, that would be a pretty good title. And I'll be fair to him. I'll be fair. When we went to his channel, he puts a lot of posts that are like just like this, right? Girl pros aren't good. Rank 1 is bad now. But you can make the case, look, all the rank 1 players are like, oh my god, you offended all of them. Activate your windows, I'm poor. So he kind of does this a lot, you know? Youngest pro, hate my walls. So like, girl pros is a problem, but youngest pro is not a problem. Girls are bad, but rank 1 is bad. It's like a problem. You see, like there's some specific type of stuff about this. Now, I understand why this is upsetting. There isn't a stigma against rank 1s or young players, but it's not really the point. Not really the point. I mean, truthfully, girl pros are, but it's just like clickbait. It's like it doesn't mean to be like do harm. But regardless, it's not. We're gonna talk about this in a second. We're gonna just jump into it in a second. But the problem that I have with this, right? I was going to DM you, kindly ask if you could please change the title from girls to pros, but then you change it to this. So why not just DM? Why not say, hey bro, like Grim, dude, I found this to be offensive. I don't like the title. I don't like that I don't like you put my picture on this type of title. Can delete it. And the vast majority of people will be like, okay, I'll change it. But no, let's go on Twitter. I find it to be sad, personally, right? Like if I have a problem with somebody, saying the youngest more important than girl makes it seems like a handicap. I think it's just like clickbaity titles. I mean, it make it seem like that so for you to click the video. I'm not gonna say if it's good or bad. It's kind of like good or bad is beyond the point. But I don't mind being used for clickbait, but maybe we can do it without the sexy caption. To imply somebody is sexist is almost like implying that girls pros are not good. You know? It's like when you imply the creator is sexist, right? I don't want you to look at this first. When you imply somebody is sexist, it's like you basically are doing what he did. Even worse, because I would say calling somebody sexist is sometimes even worse than calling somebody bad at the game. I think that he has more real-life repercussions. But you see, Grim responded, yo, I just saw this. This is 100% on me. Which is a good thing, you know, accountability. This does look horrid. I don't really manage and keep eyes closely on every video. So again, I'm sorry about that. I'll let them know and I'll make sure that what's going up every time. So basically he's saying, I don't manage my channel. It's not me uploading the videos. It's not me titling the videos. It's not me. However, I'll take accountability. I'll make sure, like, it's on me, my bad. I'll make sure it doesn't happen. And I promise you, if this was just DM'd, it would be the same case without the fucking 3.5 million people probably calling him sexist. Oh, brother. Oh, you know, fucking normal collection of like people making fun of him, calling him sexist and shit. This could have easily been handled on DMs. But let's not kid ourselves. This is this is so obviously rage bait, clout chase. Could have easily been handled in DMs, and he takes accountability. Good on him. He said it's not gonna happen again. If I was the gal, I would say, hey, thanks for apologizing. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's it. Thank you for apologizing, Grid. Minus the LMFAO. In the future, it would be great if you could use the pro like you do for all the men who you include in your videos, since I don't see calling them boy pros. You don't need to call them boy pros because 99% of them are boys. The whole point of saying girl pros is because it doesn't happen that often. Like when you see a girl pro and you know that most pros are guys, it makes it more interesting. Oh man, it's a girl and she's a pro. That's interesting. I would like to see that. Basically, what I'm saying is not that deep. Could have been handled in the DMs. And I find it very weird. Of course, SK Chem. Bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Of course, the #1 virtue signaler is commenting on this. Oh! Jesus Christ, bro. Where's the over? Somehow the Overwatch players found themselves in Valorant drama. Come on. The thing is, he takes responsibility, but she's kind of like, dragging him across the mud. Bro, now he's like the tone policing. Please title your videos in a way that I would like it. Make sure that your titles are not offensive to me. No offense, I don't owe you jack shit. Okay? I will title my videos however I want. I'll put whatever thumbnail I want. You don't like it? If it was me, I would say, go cry about it. If it was me. But let's kind of dragging him across the mud, sexist and implying like he's sexist and he has some sort of a double standard. Bro, it's not that deep. Okay? And also, I don't mind being clickbait. I don't mind use for clickbait. Even with all of this traction, by the way, I want you to see something. Even with all of this drama around it, ironically, it's his worst performing video. Gal, you're not clickbaity. You literally are the most performing video while your tweet has 2.5 million impressions. 3.5 million impressions. You are not the main character. Okay, lady? You might be a good player, but you are not the main character. 27,000 views. When literally every other video did at least double that. Whatever. What most people don't see in this tweet, by the way, what kind of leads me to this point. This was deleted. This was a deleted tweet. SR Effes is apparently their coach, the girl team coach, right? The girls team coach. And he put a screenshot of Grimm's tournament winnings at $200. Okay? And if you think that the lady is an angel and everything, then on his comment, she commented this, which she deleted, by the way. Spot the difference, and she puts the money that she has made throughout her tournaments. So she's basically mocking him being broke. Or, I am better than you because I won more tournaments. Who is going to tell them, these two dumbasses, that YouTubers and streamers are not pros? They don't compete. And this, by the way, Grim Live is his second channel. He has a main channel. Oh wait, Grim Valorant. I believe so. Grim Live. Oh, he has a main channel with almost 1 million subs, videos as popular of millions of views, and a second channel that uploads daily with at least 50k views per video. And I'm going to give a fair estimate that he probably makes this money in less than a year, just from his YouTube. The flexing the broke thing, come on, bruv. Total winnings, that's at least in 3-4 years. He makes on YouTube way more, so that's such a weird flex. Such a weird flex. And also, he's not a pro. What? It's like me saying, bro, it's like me saying you don't know how to draw a picture of a butterfly because I don't fucking draw. It's like you calling me the worst Tekken player of all time. Yes, because I have never played Tekken. What kind of a flex is that? It's so odd. And of course, they both deleted this comment. Yeah. Can we see her clips to see if she's good? It doesn't really matter. It's really good or not. I mean, they probably should be good. If she won so much money and won all these tournaments, she probably is good. That's beyond the point. That you see, like, this whole tweet had such an ill intent in the first place, and trying to drag people across the mud, through the mud, and like rage bait and do the impressions and make the virtue signal, make people like obviously it's just clout chasing at this point. It's obvious. And I hate when people use like this virtue as a weapon almost, and they use it like they try to use virtue to clout chase. I think that's the lowest way, the worst way, and I hope you guys don't think this is like because she's a girl she does this. A lot of dudes do that shit as well. They use virtue as a weapon for you to empathize with them, to make fun or like drag people to the mud or like, you know, try to clout chase. I think that's the most pathetic way of clout chasing, you know? But moving on, if she's good or not, well, I want to show you this, and this is going to be somewhat of a sensitive topic. And I will not want to get into this whole ideology thing. So I kind of looked into who she was because I didn't know who she was. But she plays for Shopify Rebellion. And that's like the... Let me show you Shopify Rebellion. Let me show you this. Shopify Rebellion. So this is the team of... This is the game changer. So as we explained, this is a team that is full of... This is like more like what they say, like it's not a woman tournament, it's marginalized. So people who are like, you know, non-binary or trans or self-identify something else but dudes. Okay. But look at the result. First. Basically, these guys after the end of 2023 have not these girls. Sorry.
Awkward is.
Yo, thank you for the prime, Donida.
He thinks just because he goes to the gym, he's the best human on earth.
2023. They have not lost a single time. They literally formed this tournament so crazy. Look at their team. Like, these are all girls, I'm assuming. Just look at the picture. All girls. And this is where I'm kind of dwell into a sensitive topic, but I just want to make sure. I want to talk about this player. And I don't know if you play Valorant, but I just want you to watch the gameplay for a second. If you've ever played Valorant in your life...
What makes fluorescent fluorescent?
I play like all day, every day.
Now...
I play like all day, every day.
Without delving into trans ideologies and all that stuff, I think...
I have no life.
There's a little bit of a problem here, but I don't want to talk about the trans stuff. I want the gameplay for a second.
I just sit in my room.
Check this out, bro. If you've ever played Valorant, bro. What is that, bro? Bro. Fluorescent is a human aimbot. I played Valorant. My peak is 900 RR. If you know what 900 RR means, it's basically essentially almost top 10 in Valorant. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I played Valorant for a little bit. I look at these highlights and that's like insane. It's insane. It's just insane. So coincidentally, I mean, he identifies as a girl, but born a man, okay? Coincidentally. Now, I don't want to like get into like, you know, if you want to identify, whatever. Like, I'm not going to talk about that. It's not about that. But I just want to observe the facts for a second. Last stream, whatever. I want to observe the facts here for a second. In Valorant, the way your contribution works, it's called ACS. So ACS, Valorant, and I want to be deliberate with this. What is ACS? Average combat score. Average combat score in the end of matches, it says how much ACS you have, and it's basically a metric to determine how good you did in the game. So let's say on average you would have like 200 ACS, right? you would have like 200 ACS. If you don't play Valorant, I'll explain this briefly. If you had a normal match where you finished 20 kills and like 14 deaths, like, and you did fairly good, you would have 200 ACS. If you would have a phenomenal game where you carried, you're like 30 and 8, you would have 300 ACS, right? You would have 300 ACS. So if you ever watch my Overwatch stuff, me doing a rank 2 GM is like me essentially being 300 to 400 ACS in Valorant, because I perform exceptionally against, let's say, Diamond or Plat, right? So, and then I did a little bit of research, and Shopify Rebellion. And by the way, I want to show this for a second. Shopify Rebellion has won every single tournament in the Game Changers. MVP. Let's look at Game Changers. Where is that? Game Changers 2024. MVP. Fluorescent. 2023. MVP. Fluorescent. And when we go to Shopify Rebellion, VLR is basically the website that tracks stats and results in pro play. We go here, obviously they win everything. Which means by the way, that all the other gals, like Mel, Alexis, all of these girls are good in the game. Like, I'm not gonna say they're bad. They're good. They're good players. I've watched some of the gals play. They play good. They're good players. Objectively speaking. But you go here, and then you go to the ACS department. Fluorescent, 317 ACS in a tournament. You know what? Dropping 317 in ACS in a tournament, that's like, bro, that's the equivalent of playing against Plats when you're champion. And the gal who was talking shit, by the way, 145. The gal was saying, stop with this, 145, minus 7 KD. Let's not kid ourselves that you aren't getting carried, okay? Fluorescent is literally carrying the entire team. Okay? Let's go to another match. I mean, maybe it's a one-time thing. Let's see across the board what happens. 255, best performer. 255. By a large margin. It's not even on the team, it's in the lobby. No one even comes close in the lobby. Look at his KD, bro. What? 311. The next second best player, 231. On the enemy team, 211. Like, it's not even close. Fluorescent is a significantly better player than anyone else in this tournament. And coincidentally, they identify as a girl. They're not biologically a girl. Coincidentally. And everybody's so afraid. 350, bro, if you would watch VCT, which is the tournament of like, you know, the where all the best pro like Sentinels play, you would see 354 ACS. People would say that's the best player of all time. You don't even understand what it, even in a ranked game, dropping 350 ACS is insane. Even dropping, this is a girls tournament. Even dropping this in a ranked game would be like, everybody in the lobby, holy shit, you're amazing. You know? Imagine if so, Fluorescent has been picked up by a tier 1 organization in Europe to play with the boys. You know? With the boys. With the tier 1 regular pros. Fluorescent has been picked up. And like, lady, you're talking smack about being this shit and all of that, but let's not kid ourselves. You had a player who is essentially a guy that is carrying your entire team. And the reason why I have an issue with this is that if we look at the prize pools, though. Oh, like there's like $500,000 on the line, 180,000. And like when you create tournaments for girls, when you create tournaments for girls, I expect girls to compete. Give them a fair chance at competing, you know? Like, let them make a living, make them earn money, make them fucking pro, like, give them an opportunity. But, bro, you're throwing this dude that is literally farming your entire league for 2 years, winning every tournament, dropping 350 ACS casually. It's insane. And I'm so glad, like, Fluorescent, regardless of his, like, you know, gender ideology, an amazing player. Amazing. And been, like, I think he plays for whatever team. What is he play? Apex. Apex picked Fluorescent up. Apex. I don't know who Apex is. And probably somewhat of a good team. Basically, Fluorescent has an opportunity to play with the best, not in girls' lobbies, and I'm happy about that. Because in terms of level, he should compete against not girl leagues, and that might seem sexist what I'm saying, but let's not kid ourselves. The normal league where guys play are way better than a girls league. You put a tier 2 team against Shopify Rebellion. Shopify Rebellion would lose. Okay? And I say this because I've watched some pro Valorant and I know how it is. Girl teams are not as good as guy teams. If you believe that I said it with sexist intentions, it's not. It's just reality. And now you can just see. Every time girls competed against guys, even in video games, they lost. Every single time. Now, does it mean that every girl is worse than every guy? Of course not. These girls are obviously phenomenal players compared to 99% of dudes. 99% of dudes. But when you put the best girl players against the best guy players, best guy player win every time. Every time. And that's why girls have never been able to compete against the best of the girls were never able to compete against the best of the guys in terms of teams. Now, does it mean that girls can't be as good as guys? No. Personally, in Overwatch, I've coached a lot of girls who I was very impressed by. Can I tell it all from Iraq? Of course, man. And the bigger picture problem with this is that this is becoming a trend. This is not only a Valorant thing. I've seen this in Overwatch. So in Overwatch, they have this calling all heroes type of stuff, type of tournament, where they don't say it's a girl tournament. I think it used to be before. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably wrong. They call it now a marginalized tournament. So basically, if you're a guy, you can say you're a girl and you can compete. The problem with this is that on average, a guy player is going to be better than a girl player on average. The problem with this is they don't really check. Like, how could you, let's say I, Awkward, decide to play against girls in a girl tournament, right? And I say I'm a girl. Can they really say you're not? How can they say you're not? Adam's apple? Adam's apple. Fluorescent also has an Adam's apple. You have cock. Fluorescent has a cock, and he's destroying these tournaments. The thing about saying you're a girl, you don't even have to prove you're a girl. You just say I'm a girl. And the thing is, let's say the tournament would say no, you're not a girl. It's a bigots. I would fucking go on Twitter, bro. I go on Twitter and I flame the shit out of them. They're bigots. I can't believe they're calling me a man. I'm a girl, bro. And the problem that I have with this become a trend for guys to pretend to be girls to go steal from women tournaments. And I don't support this in any way, shape, or form. Girl tournaments, keep it to fucking girls. Okay? Keep it to fucking women. Okay? They want to compete, they want to make money, they want to make a living. And if you're a girl who thinks I can compete with guys, yes, by all means, go compete with guys. Do that. Do that, like straight up. I've seen girls who are very good at video games. They can compete with guys. They can be pro players. They can be pro players. But the way to go about it, if you're a girl and you want to compete with the best of the best, is not to go with fucking girl tournaments. Be a really good high-ranked players. Get picked up by a normal team by skill. It has nothing to do... Like, if you're a good player, you think teams care what you have between your legs? I would actually even argue the point that an organization would make more money if you're a girl, because it's so rare to see a girl that is so good at video games to the point that she can beat the best pros that are guys. But you have to stop enabling this shit that guys can pretend to be girls and let them compete from women, because you are ironically working against what you initially wanted to do. You wanted to create safe spaces for women that they can compete. They can compete and they can have their own tournaments and they're not going to be harassed by guys and they can actually make money and a living. But then you say that everyone can be a woman. And then you have guys who are just better players than women, pretend to be girls to go farm them at their tournaments. It's insane. And most people are most people who are into who watch that stuff are enabling it. They say it's normal. No, it's not normal. Bro, a gal just wanted to compete. Why the fuck are you bringing a dude to fucking smash the entire lobby 350 ACS? It's insane. And do you think that guys actually go to these tournaments because they believe they're a girl and they want to compete with other girls? No, they don't have this idea of maybe I can be a girl, and they have an ill intent. If I can be a girl and go to compete against girls, I can easily farm money because I'm just better. And you know how I can prove this? Give me a single woman who's trans, who says she's a dude and she goes to compete with other dudes. Please, one esports girl who believes she's a man, who's a trans man going to compete with dudes. Why is it always the other way around? Why is it always the trans woman, the guys who believe they're girls, going to compete against women? Why is it never the other way around? Not in sports, not in esports. Now stop that shit. Stop that garbage. Emma Rose? Bro, Emma Rose is not trans. She just has a buzz cut. Now, there's a lot of reasons as to why people believe even in video games men are superior to women. There are many reasons. A lot of people say biology. I don't believe it's biology, because I've seen girls perform really, really well. I've seen girls with amazing mechanics, amazing decision making, and definitely can easily compete with guys in video games. Personally, my belief, I don't have the data to back it up or something like that, but I'm sure I can find, because what I believe sounds logical. I think there's just a difference in mindset. I think it's just a difference in approach. Guys have more competitive drive, and guys just take losses harder than women in general. That's what I believe. Girls usually, when they lose, they don't really care that much. Not that much. Maybe to an extent, but not as much as guys. Bro, a guy can lose a tournament and be depressed for 1 month. He's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm a shit player. I can't believe I lost. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose ever again. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's not. It doesn't really matter, because in general, men are better than women in video games. In general, everyone can agree on that. Everyone, even if you're a girl. There are girls who are amazing at video games and they can beat 99% of guys, but they're the exception to the rule. They are. Now, going into the reason why, well, I don't know if it does anything, but it's important that we understand. But what is very important is that we don't put men that are in general way better in women, and we put them in female tournaments, in women tournaments. I hate that. I hate to see that. I really hate it. And I'm so pissed because everybody's so afraid to say it. Because Fluorescent is a popular player, is trans, no, like people don't want to, especially content creators, they don't want to talk about this, but he's a dude. Now, if he believes he's a woman, well, I'm happy for him. I hope he lives, or she, whatever. I hope they live the most happy life ever, you know? I generally do. But I don't want Fluorescent to compete against women because it's not a coincidence that he's just so much better. So much better. It's not even close. The difference in skill is not even remotely close. And it's only a coincidence that he's trans. You know? And there's always these other people who say, there's always this argument, but there are other players who are trans who are not as good as him. Yeah, but on average, the people who are men who believe they're women are just better than women. I mean, on average. Yes, just because not every trans man is a good, trans woman is as good as Fluorescent, does not cancel the point that most trans, I think it's trans women, I'm so confused about these terms. Trans women are not better than women in video games. And the people who should be the most outraged about this is not even men, it's women. Like, how could women allow that shit? Like, I want to play a tournament and there's a guy farming my lobby. Like, bro, fuck is this? And like, she's so snarky about this, like flexing her tournament winnings. Like, Alexis, you might be a good player, and you probably are better than 99% of dudes. But the reason why you have made so much money is because you had a dude farming the lobbies for you, okay? You had a dude picking Jet, running around the map, killing 4 every fucking round, okay? Let's not kid ourselves here. Just stop. And if you think that I have a problem with women, I would say the same thing about a guy who's being snarky about it. If you're a guy that got carried and you flex your tournament winnings, I'm going to show you the performer of your team that has 350 ACS when you have 140. It's not a men-to-women problem. It's just a general problem. I don't like when people are being clout chasing if you're a guy or a girl. I think it's pathetic. And like, there's no problem. You know what? There's no problem with farming impressions. There is a problem with farming impressions by like dragging people across the mud and like just casually call them sexist. When Grim, like, bro, let's look how sexist Grim is, really. Grim Valorant. Oh, yeah, pinned message, him and his girlfriend. Very sexist. He plays Sage, the most feminine character in the game. Super sexist. He's apologizing, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what he's apologizing for, man. Just say, you know what, guys? You know, you can say, you know, even if he decides to apologize, even if he thinks something he did was wrong, you can say, I apologize, my bad. I'll make sure that I actually take a look at the video. But like this whole fucking him responding and trying to be mature about it when clearly the people that are against him are in bad faith, it's just sad. These people are fucking sad. Yeah, he was nice about it. That's the thing. Also, I don't want to go on Twitter because there's so much porn in here. I don't know how to fucking disable it. So that's why I'm here. Twitter is filled with porn and it's fucking, this should be banned. They want something to be mad at because they're fucking perpetual victims, you know? You know, as I said, I've coached so many women who are good. And you know what most women that I coach who are good, like, their personality was kind of they're staying in their own lane. It was never like about the gender, I am better than men or anything like that. It's always was like, I just want to be a good player. And that's why I say it's just a difference in mentality. Girls who want to be good regardless of like, you know, this whole ideological or gender war or whatever. Like, I want to be good at the game. Not because I want to prove that I'm as good as a man. It's because I just want to be good to prove that I'm just better than others. And that's why they're good. Isn't that everyone's mindset you coach? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That when you have that mindset, regardless of if you're a guy or a girl, you would win. It's just like you would win. You would improve naturally. Shawar materialist. Too much Destiny porn in your timeline? By the way, you know what's funny? That people call me like right wing, you know, fucking Andrew Tate, like all of these, like a Trump supporter, when I literally follow Destiny. And Destiny is like the most liberal leftist ever. You wanna know why? Because I don't believe in echo chambers. I want to follow people that I disagree with as well. Because I wanna see their opinion. Also, seeing opposite views, by the way, opposite views sometimes helps you form your opinion to be even stronger about a thing. You know? And I would advise you to also follow people that you disagree with as well. And yeah, I also find it pretty entertaining. Hope his ex-wife is doing well. I like this, man. Everyone go follow Ben Shapiro. But you know what's funny about this? Like, the reason why I mentioned this, because I was reading a comment on YouTube the other day, like about some educational content I did. I think it was like one of my ranked GMs, or like it was the Mantis video. I don't remember. I was reading, somebody said, yeah, guys, don't watch the video because Awkward is like a Trump supporter. First of all, I don't live in America. Even if I could vote for anybody, I can't vote. The second thing, what does my political affiliation have to do with my educational content? Like, if I vote for Trump and I say you should do damage, and I vote for Kamala and say you should do damage, what is the difference? What is the difference in advice, or what is the difference in anything of what I said? How does my advice become right or wrong based on what I vote for? That doesn't even make any sense.